Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Climb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Climb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's a fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Washington, his first carry. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gotta go. Lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Red, 18. Gotta go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Fournette on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Good. Hey, 18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And
why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. throwing on first down. Klein. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Looking to throw on second down. Klein out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To throw on third down. Klein. He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Fights him off. Breaks free again. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Klein, Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 18.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Red, go. 18. Hey, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll get him down here At the 23. So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise there in the dime.
Hey, 18. Hey, gotta go. Gotta go. Hey, gotta go. Ran, up. Lock in. Yep.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. Great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
No, check. Patriot.
On second down, Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
And now he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Caught left side, Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, gotta go.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, 18. Blue. Hey, gotta go.
On second down, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own. I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it. Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it? Yep. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists. Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
To throw on second down. Klein. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it? It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. On first down, Klein. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Watch him now, Barney.
They run it again with Chubb. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll give it to Chubb. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their cornerback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Mark it. Hey, gotta go.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lock in. Gotta go.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gotta go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lock in.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's a toss coming right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So out come the Raiders. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Operating from the gun. Klein working left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw. Klein. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes it to Bryant. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gone, gone.
On 1st and 10, Klein. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Klein. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Finding some room at midfield. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Klein, caught here by Conley. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost to...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third down, Klein got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Klein. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a handoff looking right. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Lock in.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Lock in.
Again, it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, gotta go.
They'll toss it to Fournette. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? No legal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
On first down, Klein. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.